my single honor and privilege to make welcome international trainer Dr. Sydeny Anyim. Welcome on board, sir. Welcome on board, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. UK. Thank you so much, everybody who has made it possible to connect today with this program. I thank you all. I love you all, and I must say it's a big thing to have you all here. The program cannot hold if you're not here. The speaker cannot speak if there are no persons who are listening. The business cannot go on if we don't have partners with us in the business. We cannot make money if we don't have a team. How do we build a team? How do we create a team? How do we make this possible? Especially at this time, what kind of tools are we going to be using? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share some of the experiences I've had to bring to bear, especially at this time, that had changed, revolutionized what's happening already in my team. And this is amazing. I want to share this with you today. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to enjoy this together. It's going to be a roller coaster program today because I know you are there and you're going to enjoy this. While we are hoping that this will be streaming live on Facebook, we also want to invite everyone to be here with us with their pen and papers to see what information you can take down to add to what you're doing at the moment. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the recruiting skills and strategies. Today, I'm also going to be giving you scripts. I'm Dr. Sydeny Anyim. It's a great pleasure to have you here with me today. What do you hope to get from this training today? You're going to be mastering how to sponsor people and build a team, manage your team, grow your team to be profitable. Is it necessary? Of course, if you look at the picture that you have here, you see me working alone, and then turning back, there's nobody behind me. A leader has people following him, going somewhere he's going. But if you're a leader, yes, up in rank, no doubt. But nobody is following you. You're just taking a walk. You're just strolling. And in this our business, many people have just been strolling on the business. Yes, they make some money. I said the word, they use the word some money. Why? Because they make sales. Without recruiting, you only have a retail business. You're just making sales. You could have just gone to open a shop somewhere and make retail business. Our business is network marketing, it's teamwork business, it's people's business. And how do you do that? You can leverage on these people by recruiting more and more of these people to come into your team. It's a win-win situation where everybody wins. And it helps you to convert some of the prospects you're meeting into business partners that can help make the change in your team, as it were. Today, we're going to see some kind of re-engineering of basic skills that you already know in network marketing. And the purpose of this now is for you to discover those resources that you're going to apply today, the tools, the insights to navigate this network marketing business. Because so many people, that's where they don't want to hear network marketing. They want to walk away from the same things they've been doing all the while. Social media, offline activities and all that. They're engaging with people, they are marketing, they're recommending, but they don't get paid. Unfortunately, when TNs wants to pay in network marketing, they run away. We want to show you how to do that effectively, how easy it is. And then find out how you're going to be using your social media and internet to help you, especially during these uncertain times that we live in. What should you say to people to make them want to listen to you? And then when you understand consumer behaviors, remember, TNs has evolved from a regular retail outlet in China and then went into the international market, embracing MLM. And as he did that, he went to B2C, B2B, business to business, specialty shops. Beyond specialty shop, we had B2C customers. These customers were not segmented as individuals. Their personal preferences and behaviors were not looked at. TNs thought it wise to move from B2C to B2P. P is people, individualized. People who have preferences, desires, and these people are already influencers in their rights. B2P is where you have the V-Share app operating at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the future. So we look at this For every business to grow, there must be some well-defined systems. There are procedures. And then, very importantly, different individuals in the business, different partners in the business have their areas of responsibility. If we understand that effectively, then we can build an effective team without giving the newbies, the newcomers, tasks that they cannot perform. Then we allocate those tasks they can to them and teach them how to do that. So when we understand exactly those activities each individual should do, then there will be the need for them only then to focus on what will produce results. They cannot go and focus on things that wouldn't produce results. Ladies and gentlemen, MLM basic recruiting skills. What could they be? I'm going to outline them one by one. First of all is your belief or your mindset. Next, we are talking about prospecting, talk about inviting, invitation, presenting, handling objections, closing, and training. This is what recruits people. It's not just the first day you speak to someone, he signs up. That's not exactly recruiting, as it were. You recruit them because there is something you want to get. They want to stay in the business, work with you, hand in hand, win-win situation, and so you all can profit from it, benefit from it. So let's look at your belief system, your mindset. Why do you want to do network marketing instead of just a retail business? Your deep why is very important. And that's why we do the dream transformational questions, where we ask people, they tell us, yes, I want to make 1 million naira a month. With what you're doing at the moment, is it possible to make 1 million naira a month? The platform, can it give you that? If it can't give you, then network marketing is a platform that can give you that. Your deep why is very important. So understand that network marketing can help you build that when you are building a win-win situation with people. It's a relationship business. It's a people's business. It's a leveraging business. It's a duplication business. This is what makes it possible. Now, while that's also going on, you want to understand, believe the company TNs. Do I need to say that so many people get it wrong when they don't believe TNs? Did you know when Chairman Lee was talking about online transactions and apps and social media, we didn't understand it. But many of us believed. Success begins with what? Believe. Believe in the company. Believe in your team. Believe in your leader. Believe in your sponsor. What do you think this little child is doing? Mom is taking him across the deep river or flood. He is confident that mom will take him across. Is he shaking? No, he's holding on to the basket. Mom is holding the basket. The baby is holding on to the basket. While you're in tears, your belief system will make you hold on to tears. This is very important. Beyond any other skill you need to have, belief is very important. Yes, your personal abilities to succeed in the business is also very important. Don't think you're too weak. No. Only when your upline does it, you must each time listen with a view to training on those things you heard. Listen as though you want to teach. You develop yourself to be like the person who taught you. Sometimes you could even get better, bigger than the person who taught you because you have your own intellect. Your personal abilities to succeed in the business is very important. Why is this important? Remember, there are going to be rejections and objections and all that. As you're learning other skills, your mindset is what keeps you focused on the business. Because other skills that will come to bear, you are still learning them. And while that is going on, take note that belief does not earn you any income at all. Belief does not earn you any income. However, it prevents you from quitting the business when it gets rough. Prevents you from staying stuck on one income level and helps you to acquire all the skills that you may need to start succeeding. Because you believe, you want to go out and reach out to people. We'll talk about prospecting. Now, take note that prospecting is not any other thing but just identifying those you want to invite. You're creating a name list of people who you will eventually someday, sometime talk to. How will you find out what to say to them? We're going to see that today. So just get a name, get a contact, get the email, get the phone number, get the WhatsApp contact. And sometimes we are doing this online on social media. No wonder TNC is tying in direct selling with social media and e-commerce. What social media doing there? It becomes a magnet, a pool for resources of humans who are already on your contact list. Who are your friends? So with prospecting, you're going to pull them in. But initially, what are you doing? You are only creating a relationship with them without what's the word now? Without pitching them on anything, on their business or your products. Just friends, getting to know them. Is it difficult? How do you prospect? Take note that you go on Facebook right now and you say hello to somebody, you've looked at his profile, you like him to be your partner. You say hello, he's going to reply hello back to you. Oh, nice connecting with you. Nice connecting with you, I'm happy. I'm so person, I live in so. This is how to start the idle chats. But behind your mind, there's somewhere you're going to. Prospecting. Nothing more than that. No more, no less. What can prospecting give you? As you continue to prospect every time, it gives you a continuous income source because you have a list of people. In fact, sometimes if you're good at prospecting, you find out that you want to stop prospecting because you have so many number of people that you're following up with, you're chatting with, you're creating relationship with, that you may not even have enough time to follow up on all of them. So you pause. So what do you do every day? Minimum 5 people. Minimum 5 people. If you can shoot it up to 20 every day and manage that, give your team a time frame when to work actively on this, seriously, persistently, consistently on this, a time frame, not just one day. It is said that consistency is much stronger, more beneficial, more powerful than what? Intensity. You do it for one day, no, that's intensity. Do it consistently, even if it's 5, meeting 5 new persons every day. Yes, you can start generating a lead, name list from there. So how are you going to be prospecting? There are certain ways to prospect because sometimes people lack what to say at some point. How are you? Fine. How was your day? Fine. You don't know what to say again. Tomorrow, how are you? Fine. How was your day? Fine. Difficult. The 18 transformational questions, you know them. And so ask those questions. You're looking at the family. Are you married? Do you have children? What school are they? How are you finding school fees? How are you finding this lockdown? Come on, there's so many things you can talk about family. When you're asking someone about lockdown, you know where your mind is going to. If he complains about lockdown for health reasons, you know what you want to talk about, health products. He complains about lockdown for financial reasons. Of course, you tell him how he could stay at home and do what? And continue to make money. But not immediately, guys, not immediately. Build a relationship with him so he doesn't think you're pitching him directly. Everybody wants to put a H. Nobody wants to be sold to. Occupation, recreation, money. Use that acronym, FORM, F-O-R-M, that you have the easy way to talk to people. What are the guidelines you're going to be using for prospecting? Look at these guidelines. Number one, very important, make a decision that you want to prospect. And there are skills that you need to learn and develop to be able to recruit effectively. And while you're doing that, never give up, never give up, never give up. Very important because at some point, people give up doing prospecting. Remember, prospecting brings the inflow of a continuous flow of people you're going to be talking to. So when you develop that recruiting mindset, you know that you have an entrepreneurial mindset, a businessman's mindset. He leaves home in the morning, he comes home back at night. He leaves home every day, he comes back in the evening. So when do you do your prospecting? When do you do your business? You don't just do it casually when you wish. You have a particular time you do it. Wake up in the morning, target yourself how you want to prospect people. What does MLM involve? It involves people. It's a relationship. First, it is network before it becomes marketing. Relationship before goods or services are exchanged. So you prospect them. So your recruiting mindset says that you must understand the processes involved in network marketing, prospecting, invitation, recruiting, training, follow-ups, and accounting. And as you do that, you will also notice that you will start making friends with these people. Very important. As you prospect, make friends with them. Those who become your friends find it easy to believe you and then to trust the information you're giving them. We're in network marketing, we say. Network, before marketing the business. Relationship before exchange of goods and money. Money is involved. Build a relationship first. As you build that relationship, yes, a relationship building business will help you to build an asset building business, a money making business, a money making machine. And if you do that, like we said, you can use that acronym FORM, family, occupation, recreation, and money. Talk about these things. You can bring them in. And when you're talking about these things, there are 4 questions that will come to light, 4 questions that will come to light at the end of your conversation when you want to transition. When you want to transition, one of them is all of these beautiful dreams that you have, if you achieve them, how would you feel? How would it make you feel to achieve all these beautiful dreams, your nice car, holiday, vacations, and all that? How will it make you feel? Wow, I'll be excited. At that point, I agree with them. Everybody will be excited about this. Congratulations. That's the nice one. What are you doing at the moment to achieve all of this? I'm still working and I'm trying to. Okay, that's also good because you want your dreams to be actualized. You're not folding your arms. Now, let me ask you, you've been working for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to get to where you are at the moment. This is a tough question. Working for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to get to where you are at the moment. If you continue in this same manner, this same pattern for the next 2, 3, 4 years, without adding something new to what you're doing at the moment, will it be easy, quicker for you to actualize these lofty dreams you just told me about in the next 2, 3, 4 years? Many will answer, I don't think so. So you're saying the 4th question. So you're saying if you find an opportunity that can actually help you to actualize this easily and quickly, genuine way, you will grab the opportunity. And he says, yes. I'd like to add that you ask them, are you willing to pay the price to make that work? What will be your excuse? Will you say no money, no time, no this, no that, no that? You say, no, I'll put in my best. Congratulations. We'll show you how to transition. You are transitioning at that time. You made friends. They believe in you. So making friends means interacting and sharing great contents to make them like you, trust you, get attracted to you. And that also means that when you are going online, there are so many things that you should be writing. Contents that when they read, they trust, they like this person. So if you have a chance to chat with them one-on-one, they trust that there is some value here that you're going to be giving. You share hobbies with them. And with these people, you can build a relationship that will attract them. Make friends, very important. As you make friends, also develop a positive daily habits. Daily habits, very important. Positive daily habits. Be a slave to these daily habits. Wake up and do those daily habits. Do them every day. How do you do those daily habits? Today, we are talking about the power of the internet, power of social media. Never forget that social media reaches areas, regions, places that ordinarily you wouldn't have gone to. Yes, with social media, you can get to those places. So with that in mind, what do you do before you drop your post? Very importantly, warm up the algorithm. Very important. Facebook is looking at how many people engage with the post. If within 20 minutes, people don't engage with the post, seriously, the post drops down because millions of people are posting at that very second. How will people see it? Warm up your algorithm so that you can bring your visibility high up the rank. So what do? Go, initiate 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Make it a habit, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Go through other people's posts, like their posts, comment on their posts, genuinely on their posts before you drop your post. That will increase your own visibility for that post. Did we get that? Warm up, very important. And secondly, for some of the people who who write comments on their own, there is something you should do. One of the trainings we had talks about using the acronym PRIZE. PRIZE means post, R, reply, I, inbox, C, conversation, and E, expose. People make posts. You also make posts. What do you do when you make the post? Comment, inbox them, let them feel what you feel about their post. Sometimes they didn't do anything. They only went to view your status, view your story on Facebook, They didn't say any comment. For viewing is their time, is their data. Can you go inbox them? When you do that, appreciate them for taking their time to do this. Let them know you care. Let them know you exist. Are you getting that now? So people appreciate you more when they know how much you care. And because we are building relationship with them, we are building friendship with them, this is one thing we should do. 5 people, 10 people every day before you drop your post. And as this is going on, remember, you're intentionally thinking of how to expand this list continuously. When there are events or programs that people are attending, you can also go there to bond with people. Listen, don't pitch your business there. That's not the intention of going. Go there, meet people, drop comments there. Sometimes some people are going live online. Go watch, drop comments, drop comments, drop comments. Get used to it. Let people know you have value. When people make friends requests to you, what do? Those people whose personalities you like, you want them to be your business associate. Look at their profile. That's also why you should also build your own personal profiles, especially with the contents that you're sharing there. Develop this as a daily habit, positive habits. Creating value, delivering great contents to people, this is what will attract them to you. Very important. Very important also, always be prepared. Prepared with what? Mentally and physically, with the materials you're going to be working with. What are the materials? If you don't have a smartphone, get a smartphone at all cost. Get a smartphone, because with the smartphone, you'll be reaching out to many people. Get your flyers. Many things you need to get. Chairman Lee's message says, success belongs to those who are what? Prepared. Be prepared to give out information every time, anytime to people. I can't go out without my flyer. This flyer goes with me everywhere I go. And I shared this flyer with some guy the other day, and the guy is already interested. Maybe today he's dropping his investment today. Ladies and gentlemen, always be prepared. Now tell good story, tell good story. Network marketing is story. Telling good stories, that's important. Tell good stories. Whose stories are you going to tell? Stories about yourself. Tell stories about someone. Tell stories about your upline. Then there's so many stories. One lady used to sell fowl in Agege, and suddenly she's got 2 cars from Tiens. She's a multimillionaire. You know, when they put the fowls, the chickens in a cage, selling them, meaning small business. And she's already doing big business worth over $3-4-5 million at the moment. Share these stories about someone who joined while he was in the university. At his 3rd year, when he's going back to school, instead of collecting pocket money from parents, he's dropping pocket money with parents before going back to school. And when he graduated, Dad, please, I want to move to my own house. Oh, well, he moved to where? Satellite Town. That year he got his car award. That year he got married. His friends are still going about with files in hand. Please, I beg to apply for the post of. He's no longer begging. Tell stories. Grass to grace stories. Grass to glass celebrations. People who have got that. Share the stories of the Gatesman, Evrad. Share the stories of your upline. So many people, so many stories you can share. Share the story of a youth couple who joined when he finished youth service and wondering, how is it going to be for me? And he met Tiens, his life changed. He's got 2 car awards in Ekotekpene, Uyo, Ubong Akwan. Share this story is very important. Young men and women are already scoring gold with this business. Tell good stories. Someday it's going to be their story that will be told. Your own story is great and important to also be told. So start documenting your stories. Pictures, videos, start documenting them. And with that in mind now, you'll be listening to them. The conversation, you're listening to them. Listen keenly. The greatest tool a networker has is the ability to listen, because there is something you want to hear. And once you hear that, that's the time to hit. When you hear that, then you ask the right questions at the right time. Were you serious when you said so? If you didn't listen, would you have heard that he said so? With the right questions will bring the right results. And 97% of people don't ask questions. They waste that conversation. If you start asking the right questions, you'll be able to understand them better, and you'll be able to deliver these information to them. Why do you do that? Why do you create relationship? Why do you prospect? The reason is what? Understand them and to inform them. I'd like you to write that down. Understand them and then do what? Inform them with whatever offers that you have. So if you have understood them very well, you will know whether they want health or they want money. Somebody wants health. And why are you bothering him with money? He doesn't want money. He's okay the way he is. Until he tells you that that thing that he wants to use for his health is too expensive, he can't afford it. Tell him you need money to support your health. And TNS has made it such a way that those who use our product to support their health get paid for using, get paid for buying, for purchasing, consumption, Chris well. Ask them if they want someone else to get that money that they have suffered to bring to purchase the product. They'll say, then why don't you get involved and be, in quotes, our preferred customer? Customers of choice. Preferred customer. No, you're not doing the business. No. Customers of choice, preferred customers. But you know that eventually you're going to be recruiting them. Yes, you're going to get serious with the business. And in many ways, you're going to talk to them. Now, this is something nobody's going to give you. Nobody can teach you enthusiasm. I remember when I joined TNS before, the first time, I was 4-star trying to get to 5-star. I was already lecturing then at 4-star. Even at 3-star, I was already lecturing. I did trainings and seminars. And when I talked, one of my downlines was very active then, one lady. And she said to me, what star? You are used 8-star or what? I said, don't worry. When you get to 4-star, no, I was 5-star then. When you get to 5-star, I will tell you my rank. He said, okay. I said, let's work together. Let's meet people. Let's do everything. We continue to do that with her. She became 5-star. I told her, ta-da, I'm 6-star now. He said, really? You're 6-star? I thought you were 8-star. What do you think made the difference? My enthusiasm, my passion. Nobody's going to teach you that. Do you know that that is one reason people will join you in the business? But the way this guy talks about this business, this is serious. He's going somewhere. They will eventually join you when you start making money. We know they will join because they see you're making money. It's all over you. But when you have not started making money, what are they going to join you with? With your enthusiasm. So who is going to give you that enthusiasm? Nobody can teach you that. You come in with what you have, your passion, your dreams. That's why your dream profile is very important. Each time you're talking, you're not enthusiastic, it's betrayed in your voice. You call someone and he's not answering very well, it's betrayed in his voice. Now, let me tell you how to not let it be betrayed in your voice. Someone calls you, you have been disappointed that day, you're tired. Yes, all of us will feel that way. And then you're lying down and the phone rings and you pick up the phone and you go, lying down, you say, hello. Oh boy, there's no life, there's no enthusiasm in that voice. Even if you want to be enthusiastic while you were still lying down, that's bedroom voice. That's not business voice. What do? Sit up immediately, raise your head up, open up your throat, your larynx here, let wind go in, speak out loud, open your mouth. Hello. And he says, how are you, sir? Oh, I'm great. Use the word great. I'm excited. What's exciting you? He's just called you. You should be excited. Let it be in your voice. It's betrayed when you lack enthusiasm. It's just like a man who doesn't have erection. Your wife doesn't need that limp thing. Come on, what we're talking about. Enthusiasm, very important. And then again, have big dreams. Importantly, have big dreams. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. I had a dream to drive a Toyota Venza. Today I drive a Toyota Venza. I had a dream to live in the island. I live in the island. I had a dream to become 1-star, 2-star. Each time you dream, you walk towards it, then you can get there. Stay steadfast in spite of the adversities, in spite of challenges, in spite of difficulties. Yes, they will come. Those who cross those difficulties, my father told me something. He said, if everything was easy and rosy and you're walking on a road, it's so clear, no obstacles, no thorns, nothing is so clear and wide and you're going, he said, there's no point going on that road, just come back. Because those who made that road clear and clean the way you saw it, who had gone on that road before you may have taken everything that is out there. If you're going on that road like we had in all our folk tales, they say you have to pass 7 seas, 7 rivers, 7 demons, 7 this, that. There is something out there that not everybody gets to. So I see difficulties, adversities as something that can take me beyond where I am at the moment. I don't know about you. And I'm saying, welcome to adversities. Welcome to difficulties. Your brain start working more. You start being more creative when there are adversities, because you're going to learn from those things that happen, how to and how not to do the things that you did before. Adversities help you to hone your skill. So when you are recruiting people, have big dreams. Yes, when the adversities come, your dreams should not be cancelled. No, you're going to adjust your ways and head towards your dream. Very, very important. And so take note here. If your goal is to create your first income, then this prospecting that I took so much enthusiasm to talk about is not what you should look at. Did you hear me? You want to make your first income. You just came into the business and you want to make your first income. Take note, if that's what you want to do, make your first income. Come on, prospecting is not what you should focus on right now. Yes, you'll be learning and be doing it small. You shouldn't focus on it if you want to make your first income quickly this month. Because it takes time to build that relationship that we're talking about. There is no shortcut to building that relationship. It takes some time. And how are you going to do that? What should you focus on? This is what to focus on, the next skill. Who can guess what the next skill is? This is the next skill. Inviting. It's much more important. Invitation is much more important. And what is invitation? Ladies and gentlemen, invitation. Getting your prospects to agree to meet with you. Booking an appointment so that you can present the business to them, online or offline. Your goal here is not to make the presentation. At the point of invitation, it is not presentation. And some people mistake that, mix it up, and they want to start making the presentation or some part of the presentation at the point of invitation. If he has had all that, why does he want to spend money to come all the way to your location or spend money to buy the data? Don't be coerced into, give me a little idea of that. That's the same thing we want you to come and see the full details there. And these are the few words I give people when they ask those questions. It is highly visual. So many things you need to see for you to appreciate and understand that. And the experts will do that better than whatever I could do. When they insist, my mentor says it's like giving you a haircut on the street. Why don't you come to my shop? They will understand that. Again, making them agree to meet with you, no more, no less. Why is it important? This is the only skill you need in order to make your first money. You must understand how to do invitations very well, properly. 4 skills you need to do. So if that is the skill you need to start making money, your income is low, learn how to invite. You don't have downlines, learn how to invite. You have low quality downlines, learn how to invite. Some people in my team may have the desire, they are invited every day, but they are low quality people who may not even be able to buy data to go online. So at this point, you should start rephrasing, researching, set your search differently to find people who will be desirous of increasing their income, who have a little to sacrifice for what they want. If someone tells you each time to come online, he's not in a place you can reach him easily, but he has to come online and he has never had the initiative to put data on his phone. Please, is that the candidate you want? Will he be able to get his license? If he doesn't get his license, would he be able to get his investment done? So low quality downlines, start keep inviting. Don't give up on invitation, but change your strategies. Now, let me ask a question. Is your team teaching you how to invite very, very well? Did they give you a general script of what to say and what not to say when you're inviting people on how to handle objections or questions? When you're inviting people, there are 3 things that you should not say, 3 areas you should not go to. Number 1, even the name of the company you should not talk to people about. Our compensation plan, how we pay money, don't talk to them about it. Our products, don't even talk to them about it. Why? It's not a taboo, but you're not equipped yet. You're not trained well enough yet to handle that. The reason is you may just waste those contacts by trying to do it yourself when you can do it yourself. Have you seen your upline doing invitation before? If you have 10 prospects, do you always get 1 yes? After 10, 1 yes. After 10, 1 yes. Jim Rohn says a ratio will appear. And in the course of doing that again and again and again, after 10, maybe 2 yeses, 3 yeses, you're amazing. So if your answer is yes, I have a script. Yes, I've seen my upline do it. Yes, I have conversion rates that are good. Yes, continue to invite, you're doing the right thing. But if your answer is no to all these questions, stop. Go and learn how to do it. Let your upline teach you. Avail yourself of all the trainings on invitation. Don't waste your name list. Very important. And when you're inviting people, it's very important for you to pay attention to finding their reason why they want to come. That's why you can't gloss over those 18 transformational questions and say, oh, no, he doesn't need it. He needs it. His why. Let him tell you he wants to be there. So in the course of the interaction, you see, he will see why he wants to go for that appointment. So he can have the information that will fill his why, fill the reason why he wants to be there. So if it's business that makes him interested, you're going to be inviting him to a business presentation. He wants to get more income. If it's health, then invite him to a health presentation. Is it important? Yes. Connect how this business presentation they're about to listen to can give them what they want. As you're inviting, you make it in such a way that it represents exactly what they want. That when they sit in the presentation, they will get answers to those questions that have been troubling them. So how do you connect with that? They give them answers to what they want. All those questions you ask them, would you be able to get this if you didn't add this? He said, no. If I give you this option of our plan and you add it to what you're doing, would it help you? And they say, yeah. They are coming there to listen and see how that plan will help them actualize that. And that's what we do. Now, what can this, if you know what their why is, how can it help you as an individual? It helps you to close them better, gives you better closing rate. And when you're asking better questions, important and striking questions during closing, it helps the prospect to move closer and closer and closer to the sale. Look at those 4 questions. I hope you wrote them down because I won't have time to repeat them now. Excuse me. It brings them closer and closer. Each time you ask the question, it brings them closer. That's why the last question goes, so you mean if you see this, you're going to grab it? And you say, I will grab it. Ask them immediately. Are you going to pay the price? You're willing to pay the price? How much hours you want? How much you want to make? If I show you how to make 100,000, 50,000 this month, would you want to learn? He said, yes. Come on, let's start. Finding their why is very important. Invitation. There are 2 things you want to learn about this invitation. You want to recruit them. Yes, inviting them to listen so you can recruit them. And with what they have had listening, they are retained in your team. So what's the right way to make this invitation? Very, very important. Have a certain mindset. Be engrossed with the fact that, yes, not everybody will agree to this fact. You have a certain mindset. In the course of them coming, listening, and attending presentation, you're certain. Don't qualify or disqualify anybody until they have come to hear the presentation and make their decisions. Certain mindset. Don't be discouraged or disgruntled in mind when, for any reason, the guy you thought would have done the business says, oh, sorry, that's not for me. It makes me happy and I laugh and smile. It's not for you, really? Okay, no problem. I'll see you in a year from now, no problem. Because the options out there are very slim. We're giving people this opportunity to better their lot. Ready with your materials all the time. And keep it short and simple when you are inviting. KISS, keep it short and simple. Be focused on only invitation because you build rapport with them over time. And in the course of building the rapport, you transition into serious mode. Introduce the business, schedule a meeting, schedule an appointment, commit to meeting them exactly at the time when you said so. And the end of that conversation always end with questions to confirm the appointment. You remember what time? He said, yes, 3 o'clock. Thank you. I hope to see you then. I hope to see you then. It's also question mark. Always end comments on posts with what? Your own questions. That will elicit further conversation. Be neutral. Be neutral. It doesn't matter. In fact, let them know that it doesn't even matter whether they agree to do or not. What matters is just come and see. I know the last time you came, you looked at this opportunity. You don't like what I do, but would you also want to see how to make so amount? How to go on a holiday? I know you didn't like what I do. That's okay. It doesn't matter whether you do it or not, but it's important for me that you see it. You're my friend. It's very important for me that you see it. You are more knowledgeable than me, and maybe you can help me make this decision. I'm just starting out in this business. Can you come and see what they are talking about in this so you can advise me? Can you? That's a question. And there are 8 steps you're going to be using here. Number 1, quickly, we say be in a hurry. I'm going to be in a hurry to talk about this. Compliment the prospect, make the invitation. Use that magic double statement. In social media, we call it this double statement. If I, would you? Talk about that. Confirmation number 1, get time commitment. The second confirmation is confirm that time. The third one, schedule the next call. Get off the phone if you're on the phone. Now, if you have to even call 20 people a day and you're calling them and you want to talk about the business on a call, you can't call 20 people, maybe just one. But if you can call 40 people by just being in a hurry, how do you start to be in a hurry? People are always more attracted to those who are in a hurry. They know where they're going. They think, I value this little time I have with him. Sometimes you may not even have any other thing, but pretend to be in a hurry. What's the advantage? The advantage is that you have shorter invitations, so you reach more people. They will ask you fewer questions. The fewer things you say, the fewer questions will come. Why do you think that the police will say, you have the right to remain silent? Everything you say, anything you say could be used against you. Because what you say could betray you. You say so much, you say what is not necessary, especially at invitation. So resistance will be less when you're in a hurry. You get more respect from the people. And as you're doing it, remember enthusiasm, passion. Importantly, talk to them real quick. Talk to them real quick and move on to the next person. Move on to the next person. They're asking you a question. Let's assume you have 500 flyers to distribute today and someone is asking you, please explain that to me. Please just tell him, look, see me now, see all the things I'm carrying. I have to go and distribute. Or if I sit here to be discussing, the same thing they will be telling you, the professionals will be talking there. Do you know I won't finish my work? They know what it means to finish the task. They will leave you alone and want to come there and hear from the professionals. This is very important. Say less to more people. You talk to more people. It's a numbers game. Numbers count. We say you can't give them a haircut on the road. They have to come to the presentation to get the haircuts. And point them to the results. What the results? Your invitation, your OPP, whatever. If you're introducing V-Share app to them, introduce it to them and ask them to download it. Introduce them to come and listen to the presentation online, Zoom presentations and all that. If you have a video you want to send to them, we'll also show you how to hand them a video or give them a link to a video. Not just, okay, I want to send something to you now. Wait, it's coming. No. They have to agree to watch it, to look at it. So now let's look at some scripts. Your warm markets are those people who know you by name. When they hear your voice, they know that's you. That's your warm market. So when you're going to be talking to them, what could you say? Look at this. I don't have a lot of time to talk right now, but it was really important I reach you. A quick one. Would you like to do so? Finish. Very important I reach you. I have a million things going on, but I'm glad I caught you today. Oh boy, come. Let me show you this. I'm running out the door, but I need to talk to you real quick. These are your people. You can talk to your friends like them. You know, when we talk about enthusiasm with speaking to people and not saying those 3 things, what would you say? Enthusiasm, oh boy, between now and next year, things will change. I just wish I had known these things since last year. Do you know people were making so much money even during this lockdown? Before this program started on, the mics were open. I had some conversations at the background. I want to tell you what I had. And some guy was saying, do you know we were making more money during the lockdown? Some guy was saying it on this program. He's there. If you're there, raise your hand. Let me see if you were the one. I know who he is. I don't want to mention them, but if you're there, raise your hand. I remember that conversation I had at the background. People made more money. I, for one, made more money during lockdown than now. Be positive. That's you. I saw you, guy. I saw you. Great guy. People are making money during this lockdown. Others are complaining. Your one market, tell them, come on, why you don't need to come. Come, let me show you what's happening. That's your one market. Your cold markets, they don't know you. Randomly, you're searching up for people. And then you want to be in a hurry to invite them. Now isn't the time to get into all of the details. I have to go. I have to run now. But this is the invitation to so. That's your cold market. Number 2, what you need to note, compliment the process, the prospect. Genuine compliment is key. It opens doors to real communications. I'll give you one of the lines I use. At some point, someone is answering something and he's saying something, wow, I would go like, wow, I'm beginning to admire your personality much more. I'm beginning to like you much more. Because often one of the lines I use when I engage with people is, I'm creating relationship with quality people from all walks of life. It is not my word. It is not your word. It is some mentor's words. We copy it and paste. Does it bring results? 100% of the time it brings results. So he sees himself as a quality person, and he sees that you're complimenting him. Genuinely is opening more doors for you. Look at other scripts for the warm markets. As you're building compliments, this is another script for the warm markets. You've been very successful. This is somebody you know, he knows you, and you know he has more money than you, maybe. You've been very successful, and I've always respected the way you do things. This is a compliment. So when you tell him you are very successful, I respect the way you do things, would you want to come and look at this and advise me whether this is a good, do you think he would agree to that? Of course. You've always been supportive of me, and I appreciate that so much about you. I would need your support on this to just listen to this and advise me. You have an amazing mind for business and can see things other people don't see. Please, when you look at this, tell me what you see. For as long as I've known you, I've taught you we're the best of what you do. And I want to believe that you also be best in this. Do you want to see it? People who don't know you, that's the cold market. You give me some of the best services I've ever received. You give me some of the best answers I've ever received. You are super sharp. I think you're intelligent. Can I ask what you do for a living? You're transitioning. When you're talking with someone and you like the conversation and it's already building, momentum, tempo is going higher and higher. Oh, you made this a fantastic experience. Meeting someone from Bayelsa, someone from Lagos State, someone from Abia State. Wow, fantastic experience. You're the first friend I'm making from that state. Genuine compliments. Then you now make the invitation. There are 3 approaches you can use to invite people in network marketing as a professional, because it's not one size fits all. 3 approaches. What are the 3 approaches? Direct approach, indirect approach, and super indirect approach. I don't want to mention names, but some guy was just trying to prospect me, invite me using super indirect approach. We are masters of the game, and when he dropped that line, I knew where he was going. I thanked him for the offer, but no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. If I find someone who will be interested, let's talk about the direct approach. One of them, a recorder says, if you use this, I found a way to change your life. By the way, who are you to change another person's life? Have you changed yourself or your family? You can only say that if you're very successful. But it's working, especially for those who are searching for opportunities. I found a way that can change your life. I'm already on it. It's already changing my life gradually. It's also working for people who respect you a lot. You say, I found a way to change your life. One of my friends saw a post. That post has been there how many years with my car. He said, boy, I saw you posing with the Toyota Venza. Is that what you drive now? I said, yes. He said, wow, it looks like they die. You don't ever die. I can't die. Can you come and let me show you what can make you not die? He came. In fact, one of the trainings I gave sometime, I showed the script, text message he wrote. He said, I made the grievous mistake not to join you when you told me at Maryland some years back. Now let's look at these scripts for your warm market, those who know you very well. Because you're listening to them, you're having conversations with them. Now, these are questions you're going to ask them when you're making invitation. Look at this question. Because you listen, you say, when you told me you hate your job, you need more money, you wanted to get a new car, you wanted to change your house, you wanted to pay school fees for your children, your wife was pregnant and you needed money, were you really serious that you needed money, or you were just joking? We're kidding around. We're not serious. Were you serious? So Obaya was serious. Now, if he says he was serious, invitation to something that can fill that gap. Oh, great. I think I found a way for you to get that thing you were looking for, solve that problem you wanted, to make it happen in your life. I think I found a way for us to really boost our cash flow. You're making money, but for us, you can boost your cash flow. I found a way. This is an invitation. Would you want to see it? What's that way, he may ask? Oh, it's social. You can say it's social media e-commerce. And then when he asks much further, the conversation I had from the background, because that guy has listened to a lot of the presentation, and that's my killer punch. The killer punch is that even when other sectors of the economy are going down, some sectors have been on the increase, and e-commerce is one of them. The greatest of them on the e-commerce is Mark Bezos of Amazon, increasing his wealth within the COVID-19 period, shooting into the centi-billionaires, $100 billion, 200 and something billion dollars when other people are complaining. Did you notice that Jack Ma, also Alibaba.com, within this short period of time, 3 days back, increased about 30 billion naira equivalent? Did you see that? E-commerce stuff. And we're giving you something that's working on social media e-commerce. Did you notice that number 3 on the list of richest people is Mark Zuckerberg's social media, Facebook? And we're tying in social media with e-commerce together. Did you notice out there you have home deliveries everywhere powered by the internet? Mark Zuckerberg, what's his name? Bill Gates. Internet is building all of these. 4 things are making this Vichy app a wonderful thing. Come and see it. Did you see my enthusiasm? Are you still looking for a job or a different job? I found a way for both of us to start a great business without risk. Let me ask you a question. If there was a business you could start working part-time from your home that could replace your full-time income, would you be interested? Imagine doing the length of Lekki Express every day in the traffic, 2, 3, 4 hours every day. If you're unlucky and there's a riot and they have no way to block, and when they block, no going back, you are stuck in there for hours on end. Would you be interested? Cold markets. Have you ever thought of diversifying your income? You know he doesn't know you very well. Have you ever thought of that? You're building rapport, you can ask that question. Do you keep your career options open? Are you open to new ideas? Those words, those lines would not fail you. Do you plan on doing what you're doing now for the rest of your life? That's number 2 questions on the dream transformational question. Number 1 is, what are you doing for a living at the moment? How long have you done it? That's where you plan to do it for the rest of your life. Do you have dreams? What are the dreams? Those things are coming in there. Then I have something that might interest you. Would you like to see it? Now is the time to get into it. But I won't have enough time to discuss it right now. Would you want to come and see here? It's a question, would you? He will say, yes, I would, or I wouldn't. If he says no, that's okay with you. Indirect approach. Very powerful tool to get people past their initial resistance. This is happening especially when you already lack credibility. When you are young, they know you haven't made money. So much money, you have not made all that money. When you're young and you haven't made that money, people are going to be asking you, are you sure? Did it happen? How much have you made? This, that. There are so many things people will be asking you. Shihab, listen to me. Shihab, Mafuz, listen to me carefully. This is for you. Indirect approach. Very powerful tool to get past The initial resistance, they'll be asking you, how much money have you made? How much? Because you don't have credibility, nothing to show them at the moment. You are young. Sometimes you'll be talking to older people and they're asking, how much? You use the indirect approach. How do we go with that? Those who know you, your friends, this is how you're going to talk to them. I've just started a new business and I'm really nervous. I'm shaky about it. Before I get going, I need to practice on some friends. Someone who is friendly with me. That's you. Please just allow me, use you to practice, please. Would you mind if I practice with you? He said, okay, go ahead and practice with me. Oh, it's a great approach for family members and friends. And when you're practicing with him, what happens? He is listening to your what? Invitation. He's listening to the 18 transformational questions. And you're asking him, you say, this thing you asked me, is it real? Does it happen? How do I see this presentation that you talked about? There is a lady we know when we started this business, she cannot read and write, old mama, old woman. What she does is she will bring the book. We had a manual then in Tiens that we used to do the business with. He will bring the book and say, please help me, my son, my daughter, please help me read this thing. You read. When you're reading in English, you're explaining to him in pidgin language, broken English. You're explaining to him, at the end of the day, you tell him, hey, my Pekin, that is what I want to tell you. You will start laughing. You told yourself, when you were interpreting to her, you were telling yourself, this is great. I found a business I'm really excited about, but what do I know? Remember, they know that you don't know. You're just starting out in life. What do I know? But I'm excited about it. You have so much experience. Would you look at it for me, please? If I made it easy on you, and let me know if you think I'm making the right move. You want to make that invitation to him. Practice with him. A friend told me the best thing I could do when starting a business is to have people I respect take a look at what I'm doing and give me some advice, some guidance. Will you be willing to do that for me if I made it simple? After this presentation, please advise me. Every time you go for a presentation, learn, take down notes like you're going to be the next person who's going to present, because someday you will present to your cold market, to your warm market, to your friends. Every time you listen to an invitation, listen, take them down so that you can make that presentation to someone else. Ladies and gentlemen, your cold markets. Remember, we are talking today about the strategies, skills of recruiting and the strategies. We're looking at many scripts that you can use. Your cold markets, those who don't know you very well, you're meeting them online, you're meeting them on the streets. My company is expanding in your area. This is common. Sometimes it's overused, but it still works. My company is expanding in your area. Will you do me a favor and take a look at it and let me know if you think it will work where you live? And we're expanding. Currently, is it expanding in our area? Yeah, currently we're in 190 countries. We're expanding to 224 countries. We have empowered 46 million people. We're expecting to empower yet 400 million people. So let me know if this will work in your area. He will ask you, what is it? Invite him. I've started a business with a product I think makes a lot of sense, but I'd like to get your input. Will you be willing to check it out and give me your opinion? Which product? Antilipemic tea, calcium, this, that, many products. Oh, or energy stone. Okay, knowing that you're a professional in so, you're experienced in so, will you be willing to check for me a business opportunity if it's feasible in your area? You know, you have built rapport. He knows you as a small boy, a young person. He knows he has experience in everything much more than you. Let him check what you're talking about. Please come and listen to this for me, please, and let me know if it will work in your area. While he's listening and finding out whether it will work in Nigeria, in his country, or wherever, he's also telling himself that he can do the business that is going to work in your country, in his country. Super indirect. Remember, I said someone used that with me. You're telling the prospect that they are not a prospect. I'm not talking to you. It's not you I'm telling this thing. And you are just interested in finding out if they can help you, if they know someone or somebody else who might benefit from your business. I know you don't like what I'm doing, which is network marketing. I know you don't want to do it, but do you know anybody, a teacher, who may want to add to his income? He's a teacher. You're telling him, do you know a teacher who may also want to add to his income? I know you don't like my business. You don't even want to do it. But do you know anybody who wants to earn extra $100, $200, $300, and a vacation? This is very effective. You're not talking to him. You're asking him to find someone who wants to benefit, who wants to get a car. What? He will tell you, how about me? Me, I want to get now. Why don't you tell me? No, I know you don't want to, which is okay with me. But do you know someone else? Super indirect approach. It works. Now let's see how you do it with the warm and cold markets. The business I am in clearly isn't for you. You have told me that. But I wanted to ask, do you know someone that is ambitious, money motivated, future oriented, who has dreams that he needs to actualize and will be excited about the idea of adding cash flow to their lives? Do you know someone? Who do you know that might be looking for strong business opportunities they could run from their homes, from the comfort of their phones, stay-at-home moms, but they can do business? Who do you know that has hit a wall with all the businesses he has tried and might be looking for a way to diversify his income? Do you know anyone? And he's someone who's been hit like that. He'll be telling you, I want to. Okay, look at this. I work with a company that is expanding in this area, and I'm looking for some sharp, I use the word smart youths. The word is smart. So if my downline sends me someone, I'll say, your friend said you are smart, but I don't know how smart you are. No, I'm smart, sir. I'm smart, sir. Do you have a smartphone? He said, yes. Okay. What do you do with your smartphone? I post, I do the, do you make money with your smartphone? He said, no, you're not smart. I'm looking for some smart, sharp people that might be interested in some additional cash flow. Do you know anyone who might fit that description? Super indirect approach. What have you achieved? In most cases, they are going to ask you for more information. And behind their requests will be curiosity and intrigue. Yes, thinking this might be for them, and why are they running away from them? But they will not admit it to you just yet. So how would you respond? When they make their own information, respond by saying, that makes sense. You want to know more about it before you refer someone of your contact, someone else? Did you get that? The guy says, hey, tell me about it. Oh, you want to know more? This is some guy who says he doesn't want what you're doing. He doesn't like, it's not all the, in Nigeria, we say all those you can imagine belittling network marketing. Chai. There are no little things. There are only belittle things. And of all the belittle things, this is where the great and mighty Iroko trees come out from the little acorn, the seed. What are you going to make of this thing? In fact, when they belittle it, I raise my head high and I say, I'm going to show you a year from now that you were wrong with belittling this thing I gave you. A year from now, you wish you had started today. That's what I'm saying in my mind. And I'm moving on to the next person. It gives me energy, gives me fuel in my works. If I would you, don't forget this. If I would you, two statements, double statements. Eric Warren says that this has been his secret weapon for very, very long time, many years. Read that book, Go Pro by Eric Warren. If I gave you a CD, would you watch it? Would you watch it? If I gave you a CD, would you listen to it? If I gave you a magazine, would you read it? If I gave you a link to a website with complete presentations, would you check it out? If I invited you to a special invitation, if I invited you for an online Zoom presentation, would you come? Would you attend? Would you listen? Remember, before you ask that question, you had prepared him such that he knows he has a void, a need. And so when you're asking this question, he's going to say, yeah. You are saying here, if you do something, I will do something. Money for hand, back for ground. That's what you're saying here. You are in control. You're not begging. How could you be begging someone when you're offering value in exchange? If you will agree to watch that, I'll send the video. And he says, yes, don't send yet. We'll tell you how to send the video. Non-professionals say, I really want you to come. I've been inviting you since. Why have you not come now? The last time I invited you, you did not come. What happened? Sometimes people don't attend. First time, second time, the next time I'm calling them or something, I tell them, this is the last time I'm striking you off this opportunity. Sorry, I can't help you any further. They say, no, sir. The thing was that this, that. We need them, but we don't go beggarly. We need them. I made that third call because I still wanted to talk to him. Did you get that? But I'm like, I don't need you. In fact, I'm canceling you from my list. Did you hear the conversation that went with Nengi and also in Big Brother house? Did you hear that conversation? Nengi says, in fact, after Big Brother, that relationship with also is canceled. You can never hear me see that. Look at two of them now, like Paradise. That's a stance, like you're not begging, but deep in your heart, you're begging, you're crying, you're wanting them to come. You're in control. You're not begging. I understand you want more info, but everything you're looking for is in the presentation. That's why I say, come and hear, come and see. The fastest way for you to really understand what I'm talking about would be for you to review the material, for you to come to see the presentation. It's so visual. Please come and see it. So if I give you that information, the link to that presentation, would you come? If I give you a link to a video, would you watch it? Someone is complaining of arthritis every time, knee problem. And I said to him, if I give you a video of calcium to watch, would you watch it? Someone says fertility issues. I'm going to be sending you 3-4 videos to watch. Would you watch them? Cordyceps, calcium, antilipemic T, zinc. So when you have done that, you then give them. If they say no, do not give your material. Thank them and move on. And then review steps 1 through 3 to see what you might have done better. But do not give your material to anybody who does not eagerly desire to have it. It is sorting out. Have that mentality to sort out. If they agree, only 5%. Take note. If they agree, yes, I will come. If I show you my book, I show you all the names of people who say they will come. All the names, they are here. They did not come. Only 1% of them came. That 1% are the ones we actually want to do business with. Now look at this review. Only 5% will review the material. Only 5% will watch the video. To improve it, to make it up to 80%, you need to complete the invitation process professionally. To increase it from 5% to 80%, you need to complete that process. How? Professionally. Remember, we are doing how to recruit people, the skills and strategies. And the scripts today, are you taking down the notes? Get screenshots. Don't wait for the PPT. If it comes, you will not use it. Take down notes. Get screenshots that you can quickly go to when you're typing something on social media and type. So you want to increase the ratio to 80%. What do you do? This is what you do. Confirmation number 1, to get the time commitment. When do you think you watch the video? When do you think you want to come for the orientation? For my team, we have it on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 days. When do you think you will come? 3 days. Why? Why is it that in Africa, when someone calls you, he calls your name 3 times, he will say, how many times did I call you? 3 times. Why do you need to get 3 confirmations? For emphasis, 3 times for emphasis, 3 times for emphasis. Don't suggest time to them. Wait for them to respond. I want to come on Thursday. Thursday is 8 p.m. Saturday is 8 p.m. Sunday is 8 p.m. In the night, no excuse, I'm working. Yes, you may still be in traffic. Sit in the bus and watch. No excuse. If he doesn't come, he doesn't need the business. So why should I bother? And if I'm having an inflow by prospecting and having so many of them, will I be bothering about one person who didn't want to come? So the question makes them think about their schedule and their commitments to find a place and time to get back to you. It makes it real. They choose Thursday. I don't think that Thursday. Let me take Sunday. Saturday. Saturday is okay. 90% of the time will give you time. 10% they will be vague. 90% of them will give you the time. 10% of them will be vague. They're not very sure. So they want to watch. I'll watch it. Don't worry, I'll watch it. That's vague. If it's vague, they are not sure. Say, I don't want to waste your time or mine. I say this a lot to people. I don't want to waste your time, and I hate to waste mine. Why don't we just lock in a time? You're going to look at this Tuesday night. If I call you Wednesday morning or Wednesday night, will you have seen it? Remember, they've always said they'll review it previously. Now it's just confirming the time. They said, yes, I'll watch it. Now you're confirming the time. Commitment number one, get the time commitment the first time. Yes, I'll watch it. When? Tuesday. Okay, no problem. Commitment number two. Before you get that, the key to all of this is that they have said yes to you twice. The first time, will you watch it? Yes. The second time, can I know when you would like to watch it? Second time. If they say yes, don't still give the tool. Wait until the third time. Professionals take a few more seconds to complete a couple more steps before they are finished, and they give the tool before they do the invitation. If you do it in a hurry, I've done some in a hurry. It didn't pay me. I regretted why I did it in a hurry. I don't even know what pushed me to do in a hurry. Confirmation number two, confirm the time commitment. If they tell you they watch the video, they watch the link on Tuesday night, your response will be like, so if I called you Wednesday morning, you will have seen it for sure, right? He will confirm. They'll say yes. Or maybe they say, okay, call me on Thursday. Adjust the time. In any case, the significance of this step is that they have confirmed how many times? 3 times for emphasis. They are now much more likely to follow through. They are the ones who have repeatedly 3 times said, I will do it, I will do it, I will do it. And the key here is for you to understand that at this moment, you've not set the appointment yet. Who set the appointment? They set the appointment by themselves. Not you. Appointment that they set. So, having said that, would they review the material? Would they do it at a particular time? They would. If you call them at the time you said they will have reviewed it, they will have reviewed it. So with these questions, we have asked the questions, the answers made the appointments. You asked the questions, the answers made the appointment. You didn't make the appointment. They chose the time that suits them more. The third confirmation is to schedule the next call. Sometimes I'm chatting with, excuse me, I'm chatting with someone on WhatsApp. I ask him, which number would you like me to send this to? This same number, do you have another number? I'm chatting on WhatsApp. He says, no, this WhatsApp number. What's the best number and time for me to call? Very important, especially for married people, men or women. And when you say you're going to call at so time, call. Dr. Mark in one of the presentations told you, in fact, for everything you do, the other presentation I made the other day, I mentioned it, set an alarm. Alarm. You will forget because you're so busy. Sometimes you're tired, you're sleeping. When the alarm buzzes, you go to it. And my wife is the best when it comes to setting alarms. She sets alarm to wake up. She sets alarm to post on social media. She sets alarm to cook. She sets alarm to do everything is alarm, 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 alarm. Special tune for that alarm that says social media. Special tune for wake up. Special tune for everything. My wife sets alarm. So if you said you're going to call someone, set an alarm. One, the buzzes, you look at it, oh, call John, you call him immediately. Now, if you were on the phone and you were having conversations on the phone, same like if you were offline, get off the phone. We say get off the phone means conclude that conversation. Remember, you're in a hurry. I got to run now. Thank you. I'll catch you later. Too many people make an appointment and then I'll make that appointment by talking. Excuse me. In the course of that, they'll do what? They start making presentation. Our goal is educating them, understand them and educate them. And we're going to let the third party to which is the presentation is what's the word now? This presentation to do the proper work for you. You are inviting them to a presentation. Let it do the job for you, not you doing the job. Even if you're going to be the one making the presentation. Many people are surprised when they see that I'm making the presentation online and say, was it not you that spoke to me the other day? I say, yes, I was the one to make, hey, yeah, you're the one making the presentation. I saw you, I was there. Very important. Okay, and then presentation. Listen carefully. We are talking about recruiting skills. If you invite them, you have not made a presentation, you have not recruited them. So who's going to do prospecting? You. Who's going to do invitation? You. Who's going to have the mindset that you'll be successful in this? You. Who will learn about the business? You. Who will do presentation? Maybe not you. Now look at the first step process of engaging with your V-share, making money from TNs. LPST. When I explain this, I always put my fingers like this. LPST. This T is always far away from this. If you can do LPS, you start making money. Even if you cannot teach. There are many people who are bronze lion today. They can't make the presentation like some of the presenters we have today. Even silver lion presenter. Does it mean they cannot make money? No, they can still make money if they are doing A, 1, 2, 3. LPS, license, purchase, investment, and share. If they're doing these three things greatly, even if they cannot present, they'll become very successful, get to the top ranks. So who's going to do the presentation for you? Listen carefully. You are just joining now. Don't go and attempt it. You're not qualified. You will spoil and waste your contacts. Presentations is when you want to help the guests, the persons you have invited to understand the opportunity or the products. This presentation is what is going to help them to be able to feel that need. Who's going to make that presentation? Your upline, the more knowledgeable person, the lecturer, someone who has the experience to do that. Yes, we call it ABC principle. Your B, the bridge between A, the more knowledgeable person, your upline, the OPP, the presentation, the event is A. C is the customer, the new person coming. Who is at the middle? You, B, A, B, C. Borrow power. One of my mentors says, steal the power. Steal the power from them. From your mentor, borrow the power to talk to your C, which is the customer. They will do the presentation, an excellent presentation. So what should you concentrate right now at? If you want to make money this month, if you really want to make money this month, is invitation. Invite the right kind of people who will be able to do the business with you. Who you think, not those who will come and say they don't have data to join the presentation. If they don't have data, would you have 6,000? Would they have the $200 to join you? You do your invitation prospecting very effectively. Your upline, the system will do the presentation for you. Objection handling. At the end of every presentation, you will help them clarify those apprehension, misconceptions, those areas they have doubts. Who's going to do that? Not you. Your upline will do that. The system will do that. When they ask questions, let the upline who knows the answers to those questions, who can answer them professionally, do the answering for you. Help you to clear those doubts. Not you. He will help you to be able to do what? To close the deal. Now, don't forget that we said in the course of this presentation, we want to find out the different responsibilities, areas of responsibility that each individual needs to focus on. Don't go and focus on something the system should be doing, something the presentation should be doing, something your upline should be doing. Focus on what you should be doing. And let's see who will be focusing on which and that. Closing. Closing means you're helping your guests commit. This is where money exchanges hands. Commit to the business or product with their money. Money is exchanging hands. This is the most difficult part of this business, closing. Sometimes you might do a very good presentation, you can't close very well. And you don't get it. How do you close? There are so many ways we are closing with testimonies. With testimonies. That's happening. Anyone who has seen any of my presentation, my OPP, will see how I do the closing. My voice changes and comes down low because sometimes when I'm making presentation, it's high pitch. High pitch, I talk fast and talk with high pitch. Your blood is rushing. You're like listening. And then I come down, the blood comes down. I'm closing at that point. When that happens at the point of closing, you're speaking to their hearts, their sensibilities, their emotions. What will happen if this happens? What would you be if this happens? Adjusting your shoe is not just in front. You can adjust from the back. I put picture there. You can't forget that close. You're showing videos of someone carrying, Dr. Honest carrying money on a platter, 1 week bonus. Oh, you're showing the gatesman who drives 7 cars, empowers so many more than 120 people with car awards. Get you, and the question is, you who close better than the great master teacher? The greatest teacher who ever lived, close better. When he asked certain questions, that speech he made on the mount, they call it Sermon on the Mount. They say it's the greatest speech ever made by any man. And he was closed in each of those speeches by what? He asked the question, you and the lilies of the field, are you not what more? Is a question, closing each time with a question. Are you not what more than the lilies? Are you not what more than the birds? Even though they don't sow, they don't harvest, they don't do, but Heavenly Father feeds them all up. Are you not what more than them? Now I'm asking you, are you not what more than the gates man? You tell me you are what more than him. Come with your dreams. Let tears make your dreams come true. If this was a church, that's the point to shout hallelujah. This is interesting. Who's going to do that for you? Your upline will do it. Not you. You're just a learner. You're just coming in. Humbly bring all your people there. Bombard the venue, the event with your what? Your guests. Because sometimes the upline has so much responsibility, bring him, coordinating. He may not even have time to invite his people. He's working with this team. Yes, he's willing to work with you. Closing will be done with the upline. These last 4 skills that we talked about, 4 to 6, presenting, handling, objection, and closing, very, very important. This is where the money is sealed. For these new networkers who are coming in, your upline, the system will do it for you. I emphasize that. Whether it's online presentation, offline, home parties, and all that, let's invite your upline. Use the ABC in principle we talked about. But your job is what? Invite. These new networkers, as they listen during the presentations, they're absorbing many lessons. I always ask, can you make the presentation right now? Have you learned that? If you say you had it before, that's okay. You had it 2 times, that's okay. But can you make that same presentation the same way you had it? Anyone who is listening to my OPP presentation, I'm saying almost exactly the same words. If you can say it exactly the way I say it in my team, you're my team member, you say exactly the way I'm saying it, maybe with a little tweak because of your individual personality, and you can say it like that or even better than I did, then you may not need to come for the OPP. Until then, you have to come for the OPP. Second thing, why do you also need to be in the OPP? If you have invited guests, they also want to see that you're there. Thirdly, if you're also in the OPP, you're supporting the OPP. Your presence there is supporting the OPP, because many of the new ones do not even know who is older in the business, who's been there in the business. They think all of the 200 of you who are listening there are all new. They see it as important. If they come and only 3 of them are there, will it seem very powerful? Create the wonderful atmosphere. That is what we all support in doing this. So as you're there, you're listening. Listen as though you want to teach. Yes. This will give you eventually, when you learn how to teach, independence from your upline, because you can imagine he's here, there. He may not have all the time for you. It happens. But we try with online activities to have time for all our network, all our teams. Take advantage, avail yourself of those opportunities to do what? To learn. Training is very important. Training. Today we are doing training. Why are we doing this training today? We want to ensure that all our downline organization, everybody is learning the same skills, the uplines are, everybody is sharing this idea. You're not keeping it to yourself. Yes. With training, you're creating duplication within this organization, because duplication is what creates what? The money. And you're not duplicating by chance, but by what? Design. If you're not duplicating, you're not recruiting, you're not duplicating. Network marketing is a duplication business. If you're not doing that, you are just in retail business. You're selling, buying and selling. Yes, you're making money from buying and selling. Go and rent shop in ShopRite. What can the skill of training give you? Training will give you many skills. When other skills give you income, take notes, write it down. Training gives you passive income. I will rephrase this. If you do the other skills, you make money. Each time you do them, you're making money. Each time you do them, you're making money. Inviting, prospecting, invitation, presenting, closing, you're making money each time you do it. But when you have trained other people who can now train and make presentations, you're creating passive income. What does that mean? You can sit back and relax. They are training. A time will come when you should relax. Relax. Did you hear that? Even if you're the best inviter, the best presenter, the best closer, if you can't teach your downlines how to duplicate your skills, then your income level will have a ceiling that is only as much as you're willing and able to work. Oh, I wish I can talk like Dr. Sydeny. You come and do it for me. I will do. While that is going on, I'm expecting that you will learn and learn and learn. And I have amazing team members who are already learning and they can do marvelous, wonderful presentations. That is passive income. I don't know how many times Dr. Whitney comes on to start doing the presentation, but I remember when we started out initially in the business, he was so active making presentations. These days, he sits back and then he says, you didn't do this. No, say this. Remember to say this. Do this, do this, do this. A time will come when your downlines will grow to the level where they can sit back and be pointing and saying, directing to do this, do this, do this. That's organizational behaviors. Remember when we talked about this, we said those areas of responsibility, there are procedures that you must take, understanding that consumers have different behaviors. So how are you going to cash in on those behaviors and help them to become who they want to be? Dr. Onyx someday in his presentation was saying something about the 90 days challenge. It's not Dr. Onyx's creativity. The big matters of this network marketing business understand what it means to have a 90 days challenge. Again, that is another 3 months. 90 days is 3 months. For emphasis, 3 months. And within this period, you want to help your downlines, work with your downlines to earn their first income. And one thing that happens with network marketing is if in the first month, second month, they don't make money, they quit. Can you help them make money the first month? Yes. So what should you do? Emphasize and help them to start what? Invitation. There is no way you can make invitation massively online or offline that you won't have eyeballs coming to listen, watch, and see the presentation. No, people will come and listen. And out of that, you have a certain mentality that 1 or 2 or 3 of them will come in. A ratio will do what? Appear. If the ratio appears, what happens? This is what you should do. This is a categorization of people in the network marketing industry. Who are the babies? Listen to this. It doesn't matter your rank. You may still be a baby. Anyone earning below $300, you are still a baby. What should you do? Improve your skill of invitation. The teenagers in the business. Anyone who is earning between $300 and $1,000. Today, $1,000 is about 300,000 naira. $300 is about how much now? 90,000 naira. If that is you, you're still a teenager in this business. Improve on your what? Invitation. Finding the why of your prospects. Presenting and closing to your downlines. Improve on those skills. Teenagers in the business. For the professionals, you're earning $1,000 to $10,000. $10,000 is about 3 million naira a month. Improve on your one-on-one training. Now you want to develop trainers. Training the trainer so you can sit back and watch and see what they're doing. Then you can now enable while you are still inviting and making presentation, inviting and making presentation. You should also do what? One-on-one training. Enable your downlines. These are the professionals. 3 million naira and above, $10,000. $1,000 to $10,000. Who are the true leaders? Yes, we all say great leader, greatest leader, great leader. We're all leaders in our own rights, yes. But those who are earning $10,000 above are those who actually really qualify as great leaders. What should you do at this point? Improve on training the trainers of your organizational team so that you can have many training facilitators. Then you can sit back and watch. Things are happening. You can travel here and there and there. When they say the great leader is coming from Nigeria, is coming from Morocco, is coming from so place, the team will bubble over. The team will be so excited to see that great leader they've only seen on video, on paper. They want to be there. I remember when Randy Gage, my mentor, went to Australia, all the way from United States. He had in that audience more than 30,000 people waiting for him and screaming. That's the leader. Ladies and gentlemen, what have we gathered today? The recruiting skills and strategies that we have today will help us. Today, we have known that we can now have those resources, the tools, the insights on how to navigate this industry that we are in. And how we can also use the power of the internet, social media to be able to do this, especially at this point, knowing that consumer behaviors are also different. We also found out that there are many defining systems and skills that we need to get. There are procedures and responsibilities for everyone who comes into the business. Don't go and take another person's responsibility. Don't assume one that's not yours, because you can't do that well. You can't pack the punch that will deliver that conversion. So if you want to actually recruit, let the area of responsibility be handled by the individuals who are suited for that. And know that every one of us is a learner, a beginner in this business. We are all babies in this business, and nothing beats the power of invitation. If you master that invitation very, very, very well, and you bring in the stream of people coming each time, you have an endless flow of income coming in. I'm Dr. Sydeny Anyim. I wish you'll be better today than you were yesterday. Thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this amazing presentation. Thank you. I love you all, everyone.
Wow. Very explosive training today, Dr. Sydeny Anyim. Thank you so very much for this powerful training we've had today with you, recruiting skills and strategies. Very explosive, very educative, very inspiring, very motivating. Powerful training from you, Dr. Sydeny, this morning that we had with you. Thank you so much for being here with us and for giving us everything you've got today. And that was amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Sydeny Anyim. And I want to
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Everyone present here today got value for their time, because I surely did, sincerely. This went even beyond what was expected. Deep training, seriously deep training from Dr. Sydeny. Thank you so much. Great international lecture. I don't know if we have comments, questions, or things. Wow, the hands already raised up. Okay, so of course, in a training like this, you would expect that people will have comments, people will have questions and things to say. So right about now, we are going to invite